The Olympic National Forest is growing in size tonight. The Bear Gulch fire has scorched 330 acres near Lake Cushman, growing from just 20 acres this time yesterday. The fire started Sunday night in steep and rocky terrain. Crews are fighting it from the air. So far, no structures are threatened.
Hey everyone, Matthew Fab here with Western Washington Weather. I am on State Route 119 near Lake Cushman here at the closure point for the Bear Gulch fire, which is burning over 2,000 acres with a lot of activity here in the last couple of days. Right here behind me, you can see how incredibly smoky it is. There's some ash in the air right now falling down on all the surfaces here as we're very close to the fire. You can see behind me, we've got the barricades, we've got the checkpoint for where vehicles can go into the fire, where the fire operations are occurring a few miles down this road.
Good afternoon from Lake Cushman and Olympic National Forest, where we have seen an active aerial firefight this afternoon as firefighters are trying to contain the flames from going over that ridge there that has already forced the closure of popular campgrounds and hiking trails. The crisp, clean air and the calm of Lake Cushman has been interrupted.
Firefighters hope rain on the way in Washington state will help their efforts to contain the Bear Gulch fire. That fire has been burning for a month, has grown to about 5,000 acres. Investigators say they don't know what sparked it, but they do believe it was caused by human activity. So far, 30 homes have been evacuated. Trails and campgrounds in Olympic National Park have also been shut down.
Hi, I'm Chuck Marundi, exclusive buyer's agent in sunny Sequim, Washington. Today, I want to talk about forest fires. There have been some questions about whether or not Sequim in the Olympic Peninsula has problems with forest fires. And of course, this is the fire season in California and many other states. And so let's address that today. I want to show you a couple of things very quickly that you can look up yourself and reference anytime you want to be up-to-date information about fires in the Sequim area and on the Olympic Peninsula. And this is some great information because it'll show you, I think, what I've been saying for years, and that is that Sequim is a very safe place when it comes to forest fires. We have a very high humidity rate in the Olympic Mountains to the south of us. And, of course, we have over 200 inches of rainfall in the Olympic National Forest, which makes it the wettest area in the entire United States. So the fire problem doesn't exist up here, but I want you to be able to see when there is a fire and where it is and what the risk is. Let's take a look at some really great tools that you can use. We'll start with a mobile app that is just absolutely fantastic. I use it almost daily. This app is a free app. It's called QuakeFeed, and you can download it on an iPad like I have it here, or on any tablet, I think, or even smartphones. I also have it on my iPhone. This device is just fantastic, and one of the reasons I originally had it on there was to track earthquakes. So that has been a real interesting and valuable tool to track earthquakes around the world. Then you open up the map, you can size it any way you want, and then you can touch the bottom and open up more information about an earthquake like this, and you can even click on those links and open up sites with more information. But today, what I'm showing you is wildfires. So over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that fires are listed, and let's go to Bear Gulch, which is the big talk of the town out here on the Olympic Peninsula. Bear Gulch is the name of the fire out on the Olympic Peninsula, and this is I think one of the biggest fires we've ever had out here on the Olympic Peninsula. It's, as you can see on the left-hand side there, it's 5,556 acres right now. And the map over here shows us exactly where it's located. It's down by Lake Cushman on the Olympic Peninsula. Some have been concerned about whether or not that fire is going to affect Sequim, but you'll see that the fire is essentially on the other side of the Olympic mountain range from Sequim. At least that's how many of us look at it here. You can see there are a lot of mountains between Sequim and this fire, Bear Gulch. Now, you can open up more information about that fire by, again, touching the bottom of the screen here. And there it is, voila. So more information and incident pages and so on. So this is just fantastic. See, you can touch that link and open up information from the state of Washington, and you can scroll down and read more about the fire. They have regular updates in there, just fantastic information, including some photos and sometimes videos. So just thought you'd like to know about that. And then we've got a couple of other resources. Another is this fantastic website which shows you a lot more about what's going on, and there's more information on the side panel, and you can go like that, reduce the size of the map. You can also scroll on this information panel on the right hand side to learn a lot more about this fire. And here's another map that's made available by the state. Again, you can see where all of this is happening, and it's all the way across the Olympic mountain range from Sequim. Again, because of the tremendous moisture there in the mountains and the rainfall, we just don't get very many big fires. This one is likely to peter out. It's going like crazy right now, but it's not really expanding. The wind today is only 9 miles per hour, and there isn't much movement there either. So even the gusts are only up to 12 miles an hour, and then they go down. So not a big problem here, forest fires. I thought you'd like to know this, and you'll have access to these tools, especially the mobile app. You're going to love that. And I'll include links below. We certainly don't have the problems that California has, and the size of the fires that are out of control in California. And take a look at some of these California fires that are just raging right now.
In Central California, the Gifford fire has pushed past the mega fire status of 100,000 acres. In Arizona, the Dragon Bravo fire has wiped out a historic lodge at the Grand Canyon. The North Rim is closed for the rest of the season. Utah's Monroe Canyon fire is the largest there this year.
Well, we're certainly lucky we're up here where it's fairly safe. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I hope it's been informative for you. And I'll see you in the next video.